That movie sucked.
I kind of liked it.
Movie Night Crew Network.
Hello and welcome to Content and Capable, where I try to figure out what it really means to adult. This week is the second half of my conversation with Raye, Juice, Ted and Charlie all about the effect that Barbie has on our lives and the lessons we learnt that have impacted us to this day.
Okay, I've got a question to ask you guys.
We might be able to answer
I'm trying to figure out, there is a Barbie movie about the environment that I remember
That's
watching.
Thumbelina.
And it must be pre...
That's
or Princess
Thumbelina.
Power.
Yeah, a little bit of
Is it
Princess Power.
I feel like it was separate to Thumbelina. Maybe where, like, they fixed the environment? Or maybe it was Thumbelina.
They fixed the
So,
environment.
Because in Thumbelina, there are all these little fairies, and their place is going to get bulldozed for some reason.
Yeah.
And so the whole plot is about, like, saving that.
So they just stole Ferngully? I was about to say that!
Okay, so it is Thumbelina. Okay, that is one of my favourites, though, because it kind of, like, was environmental. And I'm like, I like the environment. And...
I love the environment. Boy, that movie's bad.
Mood.
Look. Also, like, there was this era where the environmentalism got so shoved down your throat that you're like, I don't want to hear about it
yeah.
anymore.
I totally understand that, yeah.
What were you going to say, Juice?
With Thumbelina, no, I forgot. It'll
Okay,
come back
I'm
to me
sorry.
later.
I'm
okay.
an interrupter. It's...
No, it's fine.
There are too many people on this
Have
pod.
you met me? Charlie, I'm considering having a larger group soon. Anyway.
Oh my goodness,
Why would
Samuel.
you do that
You
to
better
yourself?
roll for initiative, Samuel, because that shit's gonna go crazy.
Samwise, how could you do this? I worry for you.
Look, I get bored and I give myself things to do.
You're gonna burn yourself
If you're not
out,
doing-
boy. You're gonna burn yourself
Oh, right,
out
the
so
pink
hard.
shoes!
Yeah, what about pink shoes?
I got
So with the pink shoes, right? Here's my little moment that I'm gonna have to rant about the degradation of the public domain in North America. Beautiful. So in the 90s, when Mattel was first developing all of the 2000 Barbie movies, one of the ones that they were developing was Sleeping Beauty, right? And in the development for Sleeping Beauty, they went into this like decade-long slug match with Disney about who is allowed to set the ballet score to music. And it's just like, the music is in the public domain, Disney. You cannot control what people do with the music.
Nah, yeah.
You do not
Once it's
get
in the public
to
domain, it's the
control-
performance. Yeah.
Exactly. And, like, the problem with it is all of the songs that are in Sleeping Beauty, the Disney movie. I know you, I walked with you once upon a dream. That's not
Beautiful.
something a composer wrote original for the movie. That is from the score of the ballet, right?
Yeah.
And
so,
they just did lyrics?
yeah.
So the words then would be copyrighted, wouldn't it?
The words are copyrighted, but almost none of the music from the Disney Sleeping Beauty movie, all of it's from the ballet, right?
Wow.
And so,
okay.
yeah, and so you run into this problem where they based all of their music off of the ballet, and because Mattel was going to do the same thing, they were like, actually, you're infringing on our copyright because
But actually
we did
you're-
that first. But, like, it's absurd. The fucking vice grip that the Disney Corporation has on public domain law in the States, oh my god.
It is terrible. I hate it with burning passion.
All my homesies hate Disney?
Like, Disney does some great work, and like,
Their
then
artists do some great work. Their corporation
Well, yeah.
is a horrifying
Yes.
mega conglomerate
Have
of
you
entertainment.
have you guys seen the making of the Frozen 2 documentary?
I somehow still have it.
I was horrified. I was beyond horrified at the lengths that these artists went through to make this story as well as possible, and Disney screwed them over by pushing their deadline a year ahead, because they didn't want to miss a holiday season slot.
Oh my
And
fucking god.
I sat there and I went to watch it for the second time and I couldn't get through it. these poor artists who were working. This guy, the editor, would get up at 3 o'clock in the morning and work until 11 o'clock at night. And it's
just absolutely disgusting. I guess we should all be really grateful that Arnie Roth just kind of had to conduct a bunch of guys to perform music that was already written.
Shall we talk about Lord and Savior Arnie Roth?
Arnie Roth!
We love him!
Excuse you, so Charlie Mack. Okay, here's the thing, right? We have a cult of personality for Arnie Roth on one half of this room. The other half of this room, I have a bone. I have an axe to grind with this man. Oh no.
Oh,
okay.
no.
Tell me about your Arnie Roth beef.
Here's the thing, right? So as we all well know, the score of Barbie as Rapunzel comes from the New World Symphony, written by Antonin Dvorák. And here's the thing, right? Arnie Roth wrote maybe 5 minutes of music for that whole score. The rest of it was the New World Symphony. Yeah. Okay? And he does that in every other movie he scores, because part of it is the learning, right? Part of it is teaching young people to appreciate classical music. Part of it is, educating young music students on how to recognize those themes in the score, right? But
there is a point where it's a bit excessive.
No. I mean, okay, as a teaching tool, it's great. But when it becomes unclear that your score is not original, that's a problem.
Yeah, that's what I meant by excessive. When the whole score is Dvorak's New World Symphony, and then your name is at the end of it as the composer. Well, there's an issue.
It's not ideal. And then, in
saying,
the Magic of Pegasus,
I was also just kind of thinking of it as a continuation of the ballets. It's just these movies are scored with classical music. That was how my brain was always processing it, but that does make sense.
When his name was at the end of it, and I saw his name, and I went, "No, that music isn't original. Shouldn't be there."
See, and okay. I do think that the music Arnie Roth composed for, the interstitial music in Magic of Pegasus, he uses a lot of the Beethoven symphony in that one, but there's also a lot of music that isn't Beethoven in that one. And
that one specifically, he just kind of took it as a base, and then you've got a couple of motifs.
Exactly.
That's how you should base things off classical music, in my opinion.
And I mean, Samuel, for a moment there, I forgot that you are also a musician. But okay, musician to musician, I do. I really love the ballet Barbie movies because the score is in the name, right? It's the Swan Lake. It's in the name. It's the Nutcracker. It's in the name. But I don't know. Maybe it's that I was a very dumb child, but as a child, I did not know what I was learning, No.
Yeah, I
get
what you're saying, because I was, I would hear that music and it's oh, that's the Barbie music,
For the sports people out there, think of, ballets and operas are the Formula One of music. They're really boring and quite expensive to watch. Very high class, very bougie, but boring and expensive. So, I've never been to an opera in my life. I don't think I've ever been to a ballet. By having that music in a film, you get a better appreciation for the cultural phenomenon that music was, and still theoretically is in the music community. I continually see themes from Dvorák, from Holst, from Mahler, from,
Poor Holst. Okay. Star Wars, why did you have to...
Fuck John Williams.
Fuck John Williams, unironically.
Oh, God. I didn't know. See, this is the things we learn.
Okay.
We make our good podcasts.
Composers are the laziest human beings on the planet.
And
John Williams is the laziest composer.
I'm going to pull up Mars. Give me 1 second. Now, listen to the song. ta-ka-ta, ta-ka-ta, ta-ka-ta. So you've got that ostinato, right? And you've got the very scary minor brass. And then you're gonna listen for that ta-ka-ta, ta-ka-ta, ta-ka-ta in the ostinato, right? So it's just a lot of stuff going on with John Williams and his shenanigans.
And like, yeah, and look, he's an amazing composer and he's won many awards. Credit where credit's due. But if you listen to the latest Star Wars movies, the music is not that much different from the first few because John Williams got very lazy and just reused everything because he's yeah. Lesson learned. Don't be lazy. Okay, dragging it all the way back to Barbie.
I wanted to talk about, I just watched Starlight Adventure this morning, and because I needed to get in the vibes, and that's what I've only seen it like a couple of times, but it's one of the newer ones that I enjoy.
Tell me about it. Tell me about the sapphic vibes.
And well, no, that's what I wanted to talk about.
Can we talk about the asexual vibes?
Ooh, those two.
Anyways, they have a ballroom scene with the king that they don't like because he's like stuffy and traditional, and they're playing classical music, and I can't figure out which song it is, and now it's not in my head anymore.
Oh, I used to know what it was.
And I can't
because
find
they do a pop version of it. There's like a classical version.
Because it's like.
Let me go to the Tumblr post
before, which is what really pissed me off, because they were like, "Oh, this is so boring. We have to jazz it up," and then they do like this terrible sounding little percussion beat, and they're like, "Oh, this is so cool now," and I was like, "Okay, this is what we're doing."
It's
now,
Waltz
Barbie?
of the Flowers, and the transition is quote boring ball remix end quote.
Can you believe this shit? Barbie, have you forgotten your roots? Anyways, that's all.
But like, I think that's like a really great aspect of Barbie, you know, wrapping up this tangent in a nice little bow, is like exposing kids to classical music that, especially through the last 2 decades, has been really hard to be access. You know, Juice and I were talking about how hard it is to access music when Juice guested a couple of weeks ago, and that's really important. And like, by having Swan Lake, by having the Nutcracker, and having good classical music, it allows children to experience it, but you have to credit it properly. Because exposure is not a real form of payment.
And I mean, it's public domain because most of them are dead, so they don't need to get paid, but still.
In fact, I would actively rob Tchaikovsky if I was given the chance, so.
I've heard the rants on this one.
But yeah, we're gonna drag it back out of this tangent now.
Should we talk about some Barbies that we don't want to shit on? Because we shit on a few of them. Can we talk about some that we like?
Well, this was the gone wrong half of the show. This was the gone wrong half of the show, and now we have to do the slaps half of the show.
Wait, I can talk about some going wrongs.
Oh boy.
That was the tone. Chef's kiss right there.
Ted, please illuminate us.
Tell me what went wrong.
It's just, so Charlie and I watched the Kelly movie a while ago.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so we hung out and did that. It was very nice. But my problem with the newer Barbie movies is that, as Ray said, there's not really stakes anymore, and I feel like the plots are getting shallower and shallower. And I feel like movies have almost, not even just Barbie movies, but especially Barbie movies, have kind of gone down in plot quality. They don't trust children to follow plot as well, or to believe in these higher stakes. But
there's this really weird dichotomy, because you've got some children's programs that have been dumbed down like that.
Firstly, growing up, we had like Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy and SpongeBob and My Gym Partner's a Monkey and all of these really kind of dumb shows that my mother hated, and they didn't have overarching plots or really good character development. And we still have a few of those, but now looking at cartoons, we have like Steven Universe and Adventure Time and Owl House and all of these really good...
The lesbians just keep winning.
The lesbians keep winning.
It's so good.
And it's a lot of things that I think children, you know, they're in those roles now, producing this media with overarching plots and character development that means something. And so children media, like cartoons, DuckTales even, like, it's really good now. And then I look at movies and we've gone backwards somehow. And I think they think that their audience is younger than it is.
Yeah. Well, because young kids still need to be respected as audiences. But what I think that it is consumability, is marketability. It's this needs to appeal to as wide of an audience as possible, whereas television producers seem to take more risks.
Television producers say, no, I know like a 6-year-old will be able to follow this as well as a 14-year-old. Both of this age range will agree, you know, that can consume this media. And I don't know, the new Barbie movie, I just couldn't get into it all. And I don't want to believe that's just my adulthood being bitter, that it's not the same as like the childhood movies I remember. I want to believe that that's because they just don't trust children anymore to follow plot. And it just really makes me angry because when I was a kid, you know, those were so important to me. The Barbie's a princess and she's wonderful and perfect, but also she's going on these adventures that are very interesting to follow. And I followed them just fine as a child, and children still watch those movies, and then they watch the newer ones, and I'm like, do you think I'm two? But I still had those thoughts as like an 8-year-old. I'd watch some media and I'm like, this is for babies. I'm not a baby. I want more plot. And children like plot and they can follow it. And so I just think it's interesting that Barbie is taking that route and having a younger protagonist in Kelly. And I don't know, just kind of... Oh, yeah. She's Kelly.
Her middle, apparently, isn't her middle name Kelly now? It's like Chelsea Kelly, something.
I have no idea.
But yeah, we're focusing more on Barbie as a family unit.
Yeah.
It's her sisters.
I love how Juice has used the raise hand function in Zoom to like go, I'm first.
Yes, Juice.
I'm gonna put your
Do you
hand
have
down.
something to say to the class?
Well, okay, so... I really don't. I'm gonna. Oh, thank you for lowering my hand. I was gonna do it, but I wanted to not click with my mouse. So thank you. Anyway, the Tiki villain in the new Chelsea movie. Like, what was that about?
What was that? What was that?
I don't even know what y'all are on about, and I'm afraid.
I thought we had come to a point socially where we kind of understood that
not to make fun of Mayan culture.
Yeah.
And
wait, I thought that was Hawaiian.
Well, Tiki, but they specifically had that weird square temple that I'm thinking.
Oh, you're right. The step pyramid.
So they like
you're right.
appropriating multiple
cultures.
It looked like it.
But yeah, they were like, we have to go to this weird temple, and
it's not a look.
No.
Yeah, the best thing about that movie was the pirate lady who was very obviously a lesbian. Her name was Arlene.
I have a theory about all of this as well.
Also, villains are becoming like slapstick comedy instead of having stakes.
The villain
like,
really
we're gonna return briefly to Barbie, like Barbie and the Magic of Pegasus, but Wenlock is terrifying.
Truly, like horrifying.
His character design is just completely disgusting, and it's effective. Is what I mean. Like he looks like such a creep with his freaky little goatee and his sunken-in eyes, and like his body language, like the way that they did the mocap design for him. Whoever was in the mocap suit for Wenlock, like they killed it. Every single second oozes with this malice, and then like he literally like he wants to kidnap a child to make her his bride,
his fourth wife,
like in his harem of goblin wives. Like it's terrifying. It's extremely frightening.
What I also love about Winlock's design is that he kind of looks like somebody's original OC, Do Not Steal, heterochromia and everything. That's literally what he is. When he gets demagicked at the end of the movie, he's just like a regular dude.
Yeah.
He's just like an edgy boy. Oh goodness.
They had some interesting character design in Magic of Pegasus, but her boyfriend's dad just like looked like a dude, and he was so chiseled, and I'm like, that's a DILF. Who are you?
You're not wrong.
Not wrong at all. But this like all adds to a theory that I've been pondering for 6 years now. And it's it started with House of Cards, as bad as now we know it was. Movies are dying. They're a dying art form. They're too restrictive in the way that they're structured and the way that they work, that we can't tell good stories anymore. Whereas in a television show with 7 or 8 episodes, up to an hour each, you know, you can tell a longer, more varied, more complex story without having to sacrifice the comedic relief and combine it with the villain. Or, you know, flesh out the villain a little bit more. Or, you know, raise the stakes. I think that is something that we still could do in film, like we could, but the extras and like all the other things that the unspoken pressures about how to make a film have like just taken over good character building. Anyway, Juice has yet again raised her hand.
You can. It doesn't need to be a thing. Yeah. But
we could all raise our hands.
No, I hear what you. Sorry, go ahead.
Juice.
But yes, like I hear what you're saying 100%. I don't know. When I think of film as a medium, I think that it has a very specific use that, like, while I hear what you're saying about like the versatility of television and long form serial drama in the film medium, I think that movies, right, feature length films, I think, like, obviously a real blow to the feature length film in recent years has been streaming, right? You know, nobody goes out and buys DVDs anymore except us freaks with our massive collections of fucking Barbie movies. But like, if I go to the Shoppers Drug Mart down the street from me, I can just get a movie that you would have paid like $25 for a ticket for in IMAX. I can just go buy it for $4 on DVD because nobody buys DVDs anymore, right? Like,
$4 a DVD, it's minimum 20 here. It's terrible. Anyway.
Sucks to be Australia, apparently. No, every one of my Barbie DVDs was
R.I.P. to you, but I'm built different.
Oh man. No, but I don't know. When I think of film, I definitely do think of, like, for me, really effective films in the past decade have been a lot of Guillermo del Toro's oeuvre, right? The Pacific Rims, The Pan's Labyrinth, The Book of Life, you know, The Shape of Water, right? Those are movies that I do not think would work as serial televised fiction. You know what I mean?
No, yeah. There are films that work. I'm not saying that films don't work, but I think as we've become adults, we've realized that there are a lot of films that should have been made into TV series. I'm thinking of the Percy Jackson movies.
I was going to say, any book to movie adaptation probably should have been a TV show.
Yeah.
Movies should be a nice self-contained story. Whereas we're trying to adapt things like books that have a whole bunch of little segments into a movie, and that doesn't work.
Yeah, you're very right.
Or like the Avatar that shall not be named.
The Last Airbender?
Some things should just not be live action even.
I suppose we're going to drag it really out of the tangent hole and into adulting.
Yeah, what does Barbie have to do with adulting?
Well, like, what are some of the most memorable lessons that you've seen in Barbie that you have either taken or have already done and you think are really important to be taught? Some of the lessons that Barbie's taught you guys.
Mostly just good work ethic. And being positive. Like, Barbie specifically is really positive, but Erica in Princess Pauper, no matter how bad things got for her, she still had a good work ethic. Even if she didn't believe in what she was doing, she tried her hardest. Yeah. She didn't want to be working in a dress emporium. She wanted bigger things, but she had a duty to fulfill. And I think that was really important from that movie. It's all like, even if you don't believe in what you're doing, but yeah, because there's bigger things you want in life, obviously, but sometimes it's not feasible to do those things, or sometimes you have to push those things off to take care of other people, or to finish things that you promised. And so I'm always very I said I'm gonna do this thing, and so I'm going to do it. And I'll feel awful if I let people down or if I have to postpone. I like sticking to schedules and staying to those things, and that might be the neurodivergence. But when people promise me something and then they break that promise, I will never trust them again.
Oh, I feel you on that on a very deep level. If you break my trust, it takes 7 to 8 times as long to build that trust back up again. It is, I don't know whether it's something that everyone does, but when you like properly break my trust, I struggle. I don't know.
I can relate.
Charlie, what has Barbie taught you as an adult?
I haven't thought about this question though. I mean, I cannot form words. I don't know.
I think for me, at least, I'll fill in while Charlie desperately thinks. For me, at least, it was a realization that you didn't have to be into the boy things. You know, I really struggled as a child where the things that were meant for boys, I didn't have any interest in because they were boring, they weren't good storytelling. All the good storytelling was left to things that were marketed towards girls. And so it was really hard for, someone who loved good stories and really wanted to engage with good media to find good media that theoretically was meant for me. So, things like some of the Tinkerbell movies and the Barbie universe. And even as an adult, my brothers and I will sit down and watch Barbie Life in the Dream House because we find it hilarious. We love that shit. But it's good storytelling, and it's fun, light, good storytelling that I think we often miss. Like, we don't need to be telling heavy stories 24/7, 7 days a week.
I 100% agree. Like, I think that there needs to be more acceptance of adults who enjoy children's media just because it is light and comforting. Like,
that a lot. Just retweet that 1,000,000 times over.
Yeah.
Like, okay, this is a tangent. I'm so sorry. We don't need more tangents. But I wanted to get into Transformers. And I was looking up which Transformers series to start with.
Yikes.
And what was rated really high, like not like at the top ever, but out of Transformers series, because there's a lot of them, on lists I kept seeing Rescue Bots. Rescue Bots is a Transformers series for preschoolers.
Yeah.
And so I was like, I have to see why people are saying this particularly is so good. Rescue Bots is a really good show, guys.
Good to know.
The storytelling, like, there are stakes. There is storytelling. There's character development. It's got a continuity. But what I realized when I was watching it is that it's about disasters. Bad things happen all the time. Like, people are put into, like, incredible danger. And usually it's because of a mistake. Somebody makes a mistake and something bad happens. And I kept tensing because I was like, someone is going to get yelled at. No one ever got yelled at.
Yeah.
Okay? I got ADHD. I'm rejection sensitive. If anyone gets yelled at, even if it's like explicitly not at me, it freaks me the fuck out. And so when I realized no one's going to get yelled at, no one's going to like, when I realized that was the kind of world I was living in when watching the show, like the sigh of relief that came out of me, like it became like this perfect comfort media. And it's for preschoolers. It's for little kids. And
but that's really good lesson is you're allowed to make mistakes without getting yelled at.
Yeah, that mistakes are sometimes not a big deal. And I just love being able to live in that world.
You gotta take chances, make mistakes, and get messy.
Exactly.
School bus.
Okay.
Go ahead, Juice.
Children's media is good, and children's media can and should be made to be good.
Yeah.
But anyways.
Children deserve media to be good.
Juice has raised their hand, so we're going to go to Juice's raised hand.
Oh, God. In this vein, okay, so Bluey keeps showing up on my
Fucking
FYP.
hell, I love Bluey.
Yeah, okay. So, for those who are unaware, Bluey is an Australian animated television show that is made for preschoolers.
Right here in my city, based on the city. There are like sites that I can see out of my window that you see in Bluey. It's great. I love it.
Well, I know where Sam lives now.
But every episode, like, makes me weep. Like, I cry every single episode because it's just so beautiful. And, like, there are very frank discussions about, like, bodily autonomy and how, like, is it Bandit? Is Bandit the dad's name?
Yeah, Bandit is the dad's name.
I like the way that Bandit like talks to his children as though they're like they are his equals constantly. Like he never speaks down to them or assumes that they won't understand him. Like,
but then still takes the parenting role and takes charge as well, which I think is the thing that is really important.
I have to check this out. I hadn't heard of it.
It's so good, and the animation style is so cute.
I know that they got to Disney Channel. I don't know whether it's on Disney Plus.
I thought it was on Disney Plus.
About it. You can just do crimes about it.
You could just do crimes about it. There are other legal ways, but I don't know whether it might be IP blocked. But there is a...
Sam, I guess you have to do it legally because you're not gay, so...
Yeah. Like, our public broadcaster, so the equivalent of PBS, but as big as ABC, it's called the ABC actually here, is the place that makes it, and they've got their own streaming service, so that's where I go and watch it, because it's easy there, and it doesn't expire, because it's Australian content, so... Nice. But yes, Bluey, those frank stories at 7 minutes each. Like, each episode is 7 minutes long, and...
It's so effective. It's so streamlined, and, like, it's, like, this condensed little bouillon brick of, like, good vibes. I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
Good shit.
And I think that's what Barbie did back in the day, like, and what it's trying to continue to do in a bit more of a glossy format, is to really allow those discussions to be had and to show what life is really like and what how
in the vlog content for sure. Yeah.
I love her like don't say sorry video. Like, God, that's so important.
That was very nice.
So important. Ugh.
I'm surprised that we haven't talked about the BLM vlog yet.
Yeah, there was one. That's true. Didn't she brought on Nikki and they talked about that?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was very
They talked about how cuz Barbie and Nikki are in like a French club together, but their French teacher just kind of assumes that Barbie is better at French than Nikki is, even though Nikki has been like speaking it at home, I think is the plot. And it's just like I I wish more Barbie content, more of the mainline Barbie content was going in that direction. Like, I wish, I think that they should put the Barbie vlogs on Netflix, but like, that's a pipe dream. They're never gonna do it. But
just have like a compilation.
I wish
of those. That'd be great.
Exactly.
I feel like we do have them on Netflix.
We have some
Barbie
of them.
vlogs?
No.
Oh,
it's
not the
Are they
it's
YouTube content?
That's just YouTube.
So okay, so then what am I thinking of?
The Dreamhouse Adventures?
Yeah, maybe
That's
that, yeah.
I mean, she does vlog
where she's
in
addressing
that
the
show.
camera like
Yeah. But it's not the same as the vlog content, because the vlog content
Okay.
actually gets a little bit more, like, current events-y a little bit, sometimes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
Barbie.
speaking of Barbie and races, they do have kind of a sordid past, huh?
Don't you just love it when
Don't
the
you just
villain's
love it?
musical theme is entirely klezmer? I love it. I love it when the entire musical language of the villain is just, this person is a Jew. I love that. Personally,
The large noses.
I love that.
Yeah, we have a lot of anti-Semitic designs in those villains.
But, like, it's really interesting because, yes, you know, anti-Semitic, bad. But at the same time, they've grown out of that, addressed it, and moved on successfully, which you don't
Here's
see.
the thing. I don't think they ever have addressed
They haven't
the
addressed
fact
that.
that,
No.
like,
They probably haven't addressed it, no. But they've moved
here's
on.
the thing.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm so sorry to interrupt you, Samuel. I hear what you're saying.
Keep it.
I don't think that they have moved on because instead of not having anti-Semitic villains, they kind of just don't have villains anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're
Okay,
like,
yeah.
if Jews aren't evil, I don't know what is.
Yeah, they just
It's
have, like, these dumb white guys who are funny and, like, fall over themselves, and that's the villain. That's what they do.
Yep.
Yeah.
The villains are reduced
Charlie
to
and I
comedy.
were talking about this a little while ago, but like Prince Johann in Princess Adventure,
Right. Mhm.
he's from like Johannistan, I
Yeah,
think is
yeah.
the name of his country.
Yes.
And like that's the most recent character who is a human villain, right? Like, okay, the Chelsea movie had like the events coordinator on the cruise ship who was a
that's what I'm
villain
saying.
and
That's
also
what
the
I'm
tiki guy.
describing. That guy. Ugh.
But like he's nothing. He is a dust mote. He is like sand lost to the sea. You know, like I could give less of a shit about the fucking events coordinator on a cruise ship. Anyway, in Princess Adventure, they distinctly have the foreign Asian guy who is the villain, right?
Yeah.
And it's just like, that's really not great.
good.
And
When
they,
it comes-
they've
Like,
always
you've
had...
got the foreign Asian guy who wants to overthrow the country that the white princess is from. Ooh. Ted, I'm so sorry I interrupted you. Please go ahead.
No, you're okay. They've just always had a really hard time with skin tone consistency as well.
Yeah.
I was just about
Yeah,
to talk about, like,
that's true.
it's been a struggle to get people of color in these movies at all. And then, like, I'm thinking of specifically, I've noticed this in Erica in Rock and Royals and watching Starlight Adventure today. Sally.
Sally!
We love.
Sally, lovely. I love her so much. They haven't figured out how to light black people. I think she's
Yeah,
supposed
you're
to
right.
be
Yeah.
You're
black.
so right. Okay, here's the thing, right? In the movie Isla, every scene where she's underwater, she's really dark skinned. But then when she's above water, she's just kind of tanned white. Like,
Yeah, guys!
all of their marketing material has clips of her underwater. So you're kind of, it's marketed to you as there being this fun, ethnically ambiguous mermaid character. But no, she's just white. She's just white. She's just Caucasian. You know?
Yeah, and like, but then like Nikki in Life in the Dream House, like yes, she and whatever the other girl's name is, the dumb one.
Raquel.
No, not Raquel. It's
Midge.
no.
I'm gonna keep throwing out names.
the other best friend.
There's a few
the,
of them.
The dumb one, the really dumb one. She's
Oh,
You know,
because it
yeah,
was
I know who
Barbie,
you're
Nikki,
talking
and anyway.
I haven't seen Life in the Dream House.
That like Nikki is a black woman, and that was really, really great because we had that great dichotomy, but she wasn't... I felt like she wasn't given enough screen time, and as soon as Midge came on, the screen time of Nikki disappeared. And it comes back to a debate that people, like, seems to be had a lot now. You can enjoy media and still be critical of it.
Yeah.
There is
absolutely.
it is completely okay to enjoy it and be critical of it. Because, Lord of the Rings, there are 4 female characters.
I don't think teens today know that you can be critical of media and still enjoy it, still consume it.
Yeah.
Because they're so big on the doxing and immediate refusal of things.
Yeah.
I think that's a maturity thing as well, though, and so it's something that, we have to be very careful of is, there's a bandwagon. Is this bandwagon, fit right morally to me? And so make that conscious decision. If I'm going to jump on this bandwagon, do I stand for what the bandwagon stands for?
And no media is perfect. And
No.
if you're searching out for a perfect media, you're going to have a rough, harsh time. And then once you find something that you think is perfect, you're going to be defending it against all detractors, even though it certainly does have flaws because things are made by flawed humans. Barbie has been making attempts for so long, and, we can appreciate that while still saying that it's never been quite enough.
Yeah. Agreed.
The thing, every movie where Barbie has, 2 friends, they'll always be 2 different races, and that's nice.
Or they'll be black and Irish.
Yes, yeah. Whatever works, Barbie.
Yeah.
But then, because we have conceptualized Barbie herself as a white woman, even though the dolls aren't always white, you can have a Barbie who is a black woman. We could
Here's the
just
thing,
have a
right?
black Barbie.
They made 4 totally hair Barbies. Did you know that? They made 4 different totally hair Barbies, but the only one you ever hear about is the white totally hair Barbie. I have never seen a single eBay listing that is antique AA totally hair Barbie. It's like what about the alt Barbie dolls that what about the non-white Barbie dolls? I mean, I know what it is, but
It's the systematic racism.
It's the racism, but every single doll for those the naughties Barbie movies, every single doll got a AA version of the doll. There is African American Dominic, Julian, Erica, and Elise. There's Latina Alina, right? There's Black Row. It drives me insane. It drives me insane that they sell dolls from these movies, but they can never commit to making the default Barbie be black for one movie.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They could still make the white doll in the same way that they still make the black dolls.
Jeez, you're so right.
Is that Mattel's issue, or is that whoever's making the film's issue, though? Is where I want to know whether if it's, the filmmakers have decided we're just going to go with the white one because we've already got the models for it and we know how to light it because we're shit at lighting black people.
It might go all the way to Mattel.
It might.
Yeah,
That's the other thing.
here's
They
the
could
thing,
go all the way
right?
to Mattel.
Yeah,
Here's the thing.
When you're trying to use people's logos, there's always very specific formatting that you have to follow. It has to be the specific shade of blue. It has to be, 0.5 ppx away from this line. It has to follow all of this. So it might be something like that with Mattel and using Barbie in the movies.
And I don't think that you could ever get away with a She-Ra at Mattel. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I do not think that you could ever get away with I guess that is a benefit to serial long-form fiction, is that they sort of could make their way gradually toward the end goal of having on-screen lesbians. But, here's the thing, right? The people making the She-Ra show, yes, they had the She-Ra branding. I'm not entirely certain where I'm going with this yet. Mattel, you've got Mattel. You've got DreamWorks making the She-Ra movie. You've got Mattel making the Barbie movies. Like, Mattel's never going to let a lesbian get that close to the writer's room. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mattel is never going to let a woman of color get that close to the writer's room.
Mm-hmm.
Am I wrong? I don't think I am.
Oh, it hurts to hear it.
It does hurt to hear it. And the other thing is, isn't Barbie now owned partly by Disney or wholly by Disney?
I don't believe so.
Probably.
I don't
Disney
think
owns
so.
everything.
If there's somewhere in the web
Disney owns Hasbro.
they're connected.
Ah,
They do?
okay.
Okay.
I think.
I didn't know this.
They might. We might need to fact check this segment.
Facts. Let's go fact this.
Yeah, Disney owns Marvel
Because
now.
that would
Is what we
explain
said?
a lot of...
We're asking about Mattel. They were saying
I don't know
that
about
it owns Hasbro.
They do own Barbie. Disney buys Mattel and Hasbro for $4 billion.
Oh.
Both?
Whoa, when was
In
that?
2014.
No. What?
Because
That's absurd.
This
It
sounds
hurts.
fake.
I hate it. When are we going to destroy Disney?
Never.
Well,
They have a monopoly on
Ohio
the
is
system.
trying to make Google a public utility. So Disney's next.
I just want Disney to go back to all the things that it was before Disney ate them. You know?
Yeah, you're right.
Oh, okay. So it's distributed by Universal had it from 2006 through to 2017, and Netflix has the distribution rights from 2017 through to present. Warner Brothers have the live action film.
Yep, the live
So,
action
it is
is
all
still
over
Fucking
the
Margot
fucking show.
Robbie live action film that's been in development hell for half a decade? Yeah, sure. Yeah, sure, Mattel. Yeah, you guys are really making that Margot Robbie Barbie film. Yeah, okay, Mattel. All right. Don't even fucking talk to me about the live action movie.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Can I introduce a segment that might be a little bit more fun?
Yes.
Sure.
Let's talk about the queer vibes. Let's get there. Let's
Yay.
do it.
Let's go
Okay.
queer. Yep, let's go.
Guess what?
Okay,
All the Barbie movies
okay.
are gay.
As was mentioned earlier, the first few movies, pretty straight. That's not saying that we don't stand like Barbie's sister in Swan Lake, lesbian. Like
She's
Oh,
such
yes.
a lesbian.
On Drosselmeyer, lesbian.
lesbian. That's a lesbian woman. But so what I'd like to express here is that before they were making just like straight up fairy tales, and those are frequently like a straight story, like they are, you know, you can almost say that fairy tales kind of have this almost insidious, like people have said this about Beauty and the Beast, like how it's about like accepting your lot and hoping that your man is just gonna like turn out to be good enough even if he doesn't seem good at first. Like there's this kind of like you're gonna end up with a guy kind of thing that goes on in a lot of fairy tales, and so like that's what we get for like the first 6 or so Barbie films. And then we end up in places like, okay, so like Princess and the Pauper, obviously also a straight movie, but the reason that we're seeing so many queer vibes, the reason that we have taken and adopted that movie is because the most important relationship in that movie is between 2 women.
Yeah.
And then
Sometimes
we
a
see
family is a quadruple and they're T for T cats.
Oh, they are all in love. Like that's what I'm doing, but I don't know what y'all are taking from that movie, but we see something interesting happen as we get further into like Fairytopia, no love interest. We get into like Diamond Castle, where they will do this thing where they introduce a guy, they will have him meet cute, and then that guy will just like hang out for the movie, and there will be no more insinuations. And this happens like early on, and then just keeps happening all the way late. Like I watched Starlight Adventures, and that happened in that one. There's like this prince character. They have a meet cute, like in like the quad, like very specifically. And then he just becomes
and then they
comic
sing
relief.
that cute song together, and it's very like
like his whole thing. He doesn't have a crush on her. He just likes food, and then
they're just friends, and it's amazing.
It's and then the important relationship in that movie, like the most significant relationship that Barbie has with one of the other kids in their squad, is her and Sally, who have like this almost rivalry that becomes like this really tight friendship. And you're like, oh, is this for me to put my grubby little queer hands on?
Speaking of hands, I see Charlie has a hand.
I just wanted to correct our thing about Disney buying Mattel and Hasbro. Y'all, that was uploaded on April 1st.
Oh. Oops.
Oh, fuck. Sorry.
I just wanted
Samuel,
to
you're a
fact-check
journalist.
They
Samuel.
Because I was like looking at that and I'm just like, and it says Happy April Fool's Day on there. I'm like, oh, okay. Well, anyway, continue with the gay.
Sally, ex-Barbie, enemies to lovers.
It's
We
so
love
good.
to see it.
That mermaid movie, very gay.
Very
my
gay.
goodness. Dolphin
very,
magic.
very
Dolphin
gay.
magic?
Yes.
That's her girlfriend.
That's just her girlfriend.
Yeah.
But,
Barbie has 2 hands.
and I mean...
Her. You can also have Ken. It's fine.
Barbie pansexual icon. But,
You're right, and you should say it.
She's had both the pan flag
So
and the
I feel
bi
like
flag
what
in the movie,
happens-
so...
I feel like what happens is that the brand sees, okay, these are movies for young girls, and we are trying to empower young girls to have their own stories. And maybe those stories don't have to be romances. And so and so then we see guys kind of get shunted off to the side. And then they have like this vendetta against romances for a while until they kind of come back later in the movies, but not very often. Like, she will not very often have like an actual established love interest.
Yeah, right now...
Here's the thing,
they have a
right? I
thing.
think that part of it... Sorry, Charlie.
Well, right now they have like this whole thing where her and Ken are like in a will they won't they whole thing, and it's driving me insane. Just actually driving me insane. I just want them to like be a thing and be done with it, or not. Anyway.
I think in the early films, a recurring theme of matrimony really did lead to heavy romantic vibes. And having kissing in your movies is not, it's not illegal to show a 4-year-old two consenting individuals kissing each other. But, like, there probably are more conservative parents who, conservative parent yelling does trickle down to the brands that make children's content. I am certain that the reason that they have moved away from the romance is because they're moving toward content for younger children. Like we were talking about earlier with how the Chelsea movie is very dumbed down and very much for children, right? And how, Princess Adventure is very obviously the 4th attempt to make Barbie as the Princess and the Pauper, but, even that movie, it's not romantic at all. You know what I mean? Like, Johan and Amelia, they're not shippable in the way that Dominic and Erica or Julian and Annalise, they are shippable within the content of the movie.
Yeah.
Right? There's, Ken does not really... there's no romantic tension with Barbie and Ken. There's no ships in that movie.
It's almost like an asexual relationship where there is they're almost like really good friends.
I mean, you could spitball that the relationship is like QP partners, right? But even then, I personally don't find that very compelling because,
Barbie's already got her girl gang. She has her hair up.
Yeah.
So. Tell me I'm wrong.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
Oh my goodness.
So I feel like there is like a complete shunning of romance now.
Yes, you're 100% correct.
Towards a more childish audience, and they just don't feel the need to introduce that. But I feel like early on that wasn't necessarily what it was, because there are some legitimately interesting stories, I feel like, that don't revolve around Barbie getting with some guy. Like, Mermaidia, there's some drama because Nori likes Prince Nalu and thinks that Nalu likes Alina, and Alina's like, girl, you don't gotta worry about that.
It's because she's a lesbian.
You're not that pretty, says Nori, totally not being a giant lesbian.
God, they're in love, but Nori has 2 hands.
Yes!
But by having to, like, I don't think Barbie stories are necessarily romantic, though, because it's not the end goal of them. That might happen in the end, to wrap it up all nice and neat in a nice, neat bow, but it's not the aim of the story.
It is
I mean, I hear what you're saying.
Yeah.
Sam, but, like, Island Princess, sure, like, she does have an I Want
I'm not
song
saying there aren't exceptions to the rule.
Yeah, no, I think that the films are kind of, they're like gummy vitamins. You know what I mean?
Yummy.
Yeah.
The plot is the grape flavor on the vitamin C, which is Barbie ending up with a Ken so that they can sell a Ken doll for her to kiss. You know what I mean?
That was a bad analogy
make the
for me
Barbies
because I
kiss.
like gummy vitamins and they're good for you.
And you also like Barbie movies, Ted? Like...
So
Yummy.
Yummy Barbie.
It's almost like
now.
It's almost as though the formula works. It's almost as though they keep selling Ken dolls.
Are we saying that
for
Barbie
little girls
yummy?
to smash their
that
faces
it?
together?
So if we think about, like, the first movie, Nutcracker is us. If you think about what is Nutcracker about, it's about Barbie discovering that she's the sugar plum fairy and saving this place. And but the romance is a significant part of that. Like, would you call that movie a romance, or would you say that it was a different genre?
I don't know. I disagree. I think it's an adventure story, almost.
Yeah,
like a
I would
hero's
say that it's
journey.
more like a fairy tale or like a fantasy that has a hugely romantic part of it.
Because a lot of the initial romance is the genuine desire to look after the Nutcracker and help him.
Yeah.
And like just a general kindness. But
I want to
at
look
the
after
sa-
the Nutcracker.
But then she ends up falling for him, whatever they go, and they're gonna, quote unquote, they don't actually, but they get married almost, and then she disappears, and then we've got that twist at the end where she recognizes the guy that her lesbian aunt brings in.
Her lesbian aunt, who also apparently danced with his father at one point, according to this movie.
And then brought her the Nutcracker that she would have presumably have known was some guy, and then given him to her as a present.
Look,
Let's not get
we
too
don't
far
have
into
time.
that.
We don't have
Louise.
time to get into the divine right of kings and how it comes into Barbie movies. We don't have time to get into the predestination present in Barbie movies. We don't have time.
But yeah, I feel like these movies were always about Barbie and her journeys and like her emotional growth and about centering women. But early on, centering women meant including romance. And then they were like, you know what, we don't actually need this.
You gotta have the power of love in there. But like also the power of love
Yeah.
could be
That's a good
her
take,
and her
Ray.
best friend.
That's a good take.
Which also might be her lover, because Diamond Castle.
Might be.
Diamond Castle.
But yeah.
Was there even... I'm thinking about Mermaid Tale right now, and I'm like, yes, there was a Ken in that movie, but he's kind of extremely non-existent.
In Mermaid
And then-
Tale?
In Mermaid Tale, there's a Ken.
Was there?
There was. I swear to God, there was.
Not in the first one.
No.
All the Mermaid Tales run together for me. I can't remember them anymore.
She has the Australian chick, and like that's
Kylie.
It's so gay.
it's extremely homosexual. No, but there's what I'm saying is that if there were a Ken in either of the Mermaid Tale movies, he was so ephemeral to the plot that I do not entirely concretely recall if there was one. And the more you call this into doubt, the less I think there was a Ken in this one, and I'm entirely fabricating the fact that there.
I don't think there was a Ken at all.
I think the first one had a Ken in it because there was a Nikki in it and a Teresa in it.
I'm looking and I'm not seeing a Ken on this list.
Oh God.
Okay, so we just talked about a lot of things, but I think the point of what I was saying was that when they stopped centering romance and gave Barbie more relationships with women, I think that's part of why so many queer people love these movies still.
Yeah.
Yeah,
yes.
No, definitely. It also, like, shows, it'd be really great to see Barbie have relationships with men that aren't romantic.
Yeah.
And they do kind of give us that, you know?
Give me lesbian Barbie and her himbo bestie. Give me this.
Specifically in Princess Charm School, she hung out with that dude, but I never got any romanticism from that at all. Mm-hmm. It was a little pushed, like, they imply it, but they just, like, did a fun little dance together. And then she had to take over the kingdom.
Fun fact.
Also, okay, two other points that we need to discuss before we wrap up is the fact that Barbie movies are really important to, like, CGI animation and, like, the development.
Right?
And the music has no right being that good either.
The music is so good. I don't remember which Barbie movie it was, but I remember specifically watching a Barbie movie and watching two characters hug, and the way they interacted, I was so proud of the animators. I was like, you animated two of your characters and you rigged them to hug, and it looked so smooth and so nice. It didn't look like... Because they've never been able to mesh two bodies together very well. And I was just so proud of their animators for doing that. And I was just like, you've done so much. You guys are working so hard on this movie.
They really have developed a lot since the early days.
Since 2000s.
Well, when I was rewatching Barbie and the Nutcracker, Barbie dancing at the start reminded me of just a classic Barbie doll with no knees.
Yep.
And the arms, like, slightly bent.
It almost feels like that's the point in some of the early ones, that she's, like, a plastic doll.
Yeah. In the
do
early
miss...
ones, they... Sorry, go ahead, Ted.
No, I just miss the original art style.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, in the early ones, what?
In the early ones, I feel like it definitely was a Barbie doll. And that was the 3D model. Like, it wasn't a human woman named Barbara. It was a Barbie doll. You know
Barbara
what I mean?
Streisand.
Like,
Barbara Millicent Roberts.
She was born in 1959 in Wisconsin.
Willows, Wisconsin.
We're all in way too fucking deep, guys.
We are in too deep.
This is...
Barbie good? Barbie good.
Barbie slaps.
Yeah, hey, Ray, Ted, did Barbie movie slap?
Barbie movie slap.
Barbie movie slap. Charlie knows a secret spell to make us...
That's how they end their pod, so we gotta do it.
Yeah, so it's plugs and then your socials as well. So, I'll start with the person who should have rehearsed theirs, and if they haven't rehearsed theirs, then I'm very ashamed. Charlie, what are you going to plug today? And where can people find you on the internet? I've just thrown Charlie under the bus, and I'm very proud.
Every time you do this. You know what, I'll just plug the Hades game that I've been playing a lot lately. Just a lot. My hands hurt,
it's good
actually. This is a problem. But as far as finding me on the internet, I'm at GreenPixie12 most places, except for Twitter. I'm at GreenPixie123. Sometimes do YouTube. Sometimes. That's Charlie Mack, MACK. And obviously I have my 2 pods of The Oldest Gods, where I do Rick Riordan read-along stuff, and Fandom's Gone Wrong, where my mom and I we talk about fandoms. Yeah. I'm great at selling myself, aren't I?
Sounds good, Charles.
Someone else go.
Who feels confident going next, please?
Oh, you don't throw anyone else under the bus.
I would love... I am stepping in front of the bus. I am opening my arms wide. My name is Raye.
All right, Regina George.
On Twitter,
they are wearing pink. This does check out. They are wearing pink.
Yeah. That's me, boys. I could be
Wednesday.
mean if I wanted to.
No.
I couldn't.
I'm the mean
You're
one.
stepping on Ted's toes.
Yeah, I'm mean.
Yes,
If
Ray?
you wanted to follow me on Twitter, I don't know why you would. I am at HeyHeyRaye. That's Hey Raye because I'm a weirdo. Our podcast, me and Ted, we are Barbie Movie Slap because they do. You know, they do. And if you wanted more of what we did today, that's where you would find that. And on Twitter, that is at Barbie Slaps if you want to see gay Barbie memes. I
And
can't
takes.
speak.
I reblog a lot of Barbie or retweet a lot of Barbie on the Twitter.
Yeah, you do.
Oh yeah, we have Barbie Slaps on Tumblr also, but we don't use it. But, you know, updates are on there as well if you wanted to follow that. Our podcast is very sporadic. We're sorry. If I'm going to plug a piece of media, I am.
I was going to say the
And
Transformers, please.
I mean, I already did that one. I have another one.
Oh.
Paradise Killer, the video game. It's an indie British detective game about a cult of immortal
You
people.
better send a link to this to the chat because
Please
I
do.
want to play it.
I will. It's so good. It's Vaporwave. It's a Vaporwave open world indie detective game, and it has no fan content. And I was so appalled and disgusted at the lack of fan content for this game. I'm gonna cosplay the main character, Lady Love Dies. Her name is Lady Love Dies. She's the investigation
beautiful.
freak. And
I love it.
and the
Amazing.
game is
I love this.
about, like, class disparity. Like, the themes are, like it's super fucked up in there. This game makes me so sad, but it's so pretty and relaxing and delicious to play. Paradise Killer,
Delicious.
play it. It's on Switch and Steam.
Tasty.
Nom.
Anyways, that's me.
I'm Ted. I am the other half of at Barbie Slaps. I didn't know we were plugging media, but I guess you
Books,
should play.
movies, TV shows, video games.
So I
experiences.
just finished what's it called? Hotel. Rusty. I just finished Rusty Lake Hotel, which is this game series I'm really into. It's free. It's an app game. You can get the games. There's like 3 you have to pay for. You can get those ones on Steam specifically if you're more into that. But the free ones, they're all just on the App Store. You can type in Cube Escape Games, or you can type in Rusty Lake, not Rusty Quill. Rusty Lake, Cube Escape, I don't know. They're just really interesting. There's this overarching plot. They're kind of eerie and spooky, and it's a puzzle game that you're in a room, and then you have to get out of that room or just solve all of the puzzles in the room. And it's really interesting, and I really like them. And nobody will play them because they all hate me.
Are we just plugging games
Tell
today?
me Jonathan
Is that the
Sims
thing?
owns your soul without telling me Jonathan Sims owns your soul, Ted.
He does not. You know who does
I
own
heard
my soul?
that
It's
Rusty
Nikola
Quill.
Orzanov. Nikola Orzanov owns my heart.
It's pronounced Nikolai.
sure she-
Johnny Sims, whatever.
She ripped it out and put it right inside her mannequin
And she
concave
deserved
chest.
it. I would give it to her. On Twitter, I am Wet Socks with a 2 WET2OCKS. So Wet Socks. I'm that on most social media, but
If you wanted to look at pictures of Deku, that's what
yeah,
a place that you could do it.
If you would like to look at pictures of the anime character Deku, follow me on Wet Socks because it's just me crying about Deku. Actually, Yeah.
Don't you also do TikToks?
Poor Dick.
Nope, I definitely don't do TikToks. I don't know what you're talking about,
Teddy's so
Charlie.
popular on TikTok.
I am not. What is TikTok?
They're
I
a
have
cool
never made one in my
cosplayer.
life.
Follow them.
I'm not. Disgusting.
Juice, what's a video game you like?
Okay.
Thank you.
Recently, I have played a game, and it is called Lesbian Moth Man Hunters.
Oh my goodness.
What?
What?
And it is a indie game that I got in the itch bundle for Palestine.
Mm.
Nice.
And it's a really quick visual novel style game where you and your girl crush are in the woods hunting Mothman, and also you're British, so it doesn't make a lot of sense that you're out there hunting Mothman, but you're doing it together, and you're doing it together as homosexuals. And it's, yes.
That's everything I could ever want.
That's so beautiful.
The art style is really cute, and the music is really good, and you should go play it if you have the chance. It's on itch, and it's called Lesbian Moth Man Hunters. I'm Philomena, aka Juice. You can find me on Twitter at PhilSherwoodVO. Some other pods you can find me on include the audio fiction podcasts Me and AU, which is a
The best pod?
love letter to
It's so
internet fandom. I love you guys so much. We're going to be releasing a pilot for the in-universe show Selkirk soon,
I'm so excited.
which is really exciting.
I'm gonna
And
cry.
you can find me over on Podchaser at Philomena Sherwood if you want to check out other shows that I'm in. But that one is the one that holds my heart so dearly. So, in more serious news, I would like to again plug Podcasts Against Apartheid. It is a podcast-based movement that is specifically focusing on spreading awareness about the struggles currently happening in Palestine. Feel free to look more into it on the Podcasts Against Apartheid Twitter account. But yeah,
Cool.
I'm out.
Yes, no, definitely a good cause to go check out. Violence is not an option in any universe. Anyway, if you don't know who this voice is, well, A, shame on you, because
are
you haven't
you,
listened to all the
Sam?
rest of the episodes.
Who the hell are you?
Yeah, who am I? I don't know, actually. I don't know. I'm Sam. You can find me on Instagram and TikTok at sam.the.journalist. And you can find me on Twitter at samobjournalist. I am going to plug Safiya Nygaard. I really hope I'm not butchering that pronunciation.
Sounded good to me.
And her YouTube channel. She is really amazing. I've been following her for about 5 or 6 years. And her wacky makeup, or just science in general, wacky science, is really, really cool, and I really love it. It's like my comfort watch. So definitely go and check that out. Other than that, thank you guys all. Thank you, Philomena or Juice, Raye and Ted and Charlie for being on. I really love talking all things Barbie, and we'll have to get you guys all on another time.
Oh goodness.
This was so much
Maybe
fun.
this time with notes, because
Sam.
Yeah, it's
Sam,
some direction.
my one critique
we
of
need
your
an
pod,
organized front.
just send questions beforehand, maybe?
Thank you for listening to Content and Capable. You can follow the podcast socials at Content, the letter N, Capable on Instagram and Twitter. You can send a super boring email to us through contentandcapablepod@gmail.com. The art was done by Opia. You can follow them on Opia_art on Instagram. Opia is spelled OPIA. Feel free to message them about making art for your project. Our music was written, recorded, and edited by Nora Strauss-Riggs. You can find Nora at Kane_I, that's I as in the body part, on Instagram and Twitter. Feel free to message her about making music for your project or editing your podcast. I am proud to be a part of the Movie Night Crew Network, which features Of the Eldest Gods, a chapter-by-chapter Rick Riordan pod full of myths and legends, My Cabbages, an Avatar podcast that follows the true hero of Avatar The Last Airbender, the Cabbage Cart Guy. Fandom's Gone Wrong, a show that discusses all things fandoms. The Movie Night Crew, join some friends as they react to some terrible, some meh, and some really great movies. And the Restricted Section, a chapter-by-chapter Harry Potter pod with lots of spoilers all the time.
What's up, potheads? It's me, your host, Christina. Welcome to the Restricted Section. No, we're not in Hogwarts. It's like a metaphor. Do you get it? Like, we're raunchy, and we get drunk, and we make sex jokes, and we have an all spoilers all the time policy. So, you know, it's like the Restricted Section. I've been told that explaining jokes makes them funnier. If you've ever wondered how the Marauders map actually works, if you've ever thought that maybe Snape sometimes wears jeans, if you've ever thought that Draco and Harry are for sure in love, I mean, they're for sure in love. If you've ever had a hard time deciding who you'd rather bang, Bill or Charlie, obviously Charlie, then this podcast is for you. You don't even have to do the reading, we'll do it for you. Catch the Restricted Section every Wednesday wherever you get your podcasts, and find us online at Restricted Section Pod.
Content and Capable is a podcast all about answering the question, how do you adult? Don't forget to rate and review it on your favourite podcatcher, and I will see you next Monday for another episode.
That movie sucked. I kind of liked it.
Movie Night Crew Network.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
and you know what?
So the
This is
lag-
what happens when you fucking live in Australia, around halfway around the fucking world. The speed of light can only go so fast. I wish it was faster, but like, it's only so fast.
Yeah.